Hello guys, my name is Chiraz, and today I'll be doing a very in-depth analysis of the hero, his frame data, current theories and speculation in the Dragon Quest community, and some data that I myself believe to be confirmed, but is still a theory. I'll give you all my reasonings why, so you'll be able to make your own conclusions. Don't worry. I'll be dividing this videos into two, the first one being his normals, and the second one being his specials. So to begin, I'll need to show you that the video in the Smash Bros website is 30 FPS. But don't worry, I'll also show you how you can get close to accurate data from a 30 FPS video by showing you Ganondorf's forward smash. So in a 30 FPS video, if you multiply the frames that you get by 2, you're going to be either 1 frame extra or 1 frame less. What I mean is, if you see a move that's 10 frames, and you multiply that by 2, which is 20, then the correct frame is in between frame 19 and 21. You won't be able to know which of those 3 frames it is, but you'll be able to know it's exactly in those 3 frames. So Ganondorf's forward smash is frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If you multiply that by 2, that's frame 32. That's frame 32. So Ganondorf's last hitbox of forward smash should be in between frame 31 and 33. If we go to Kurogane Hammer, we can see it is indeed frame 31. So we are correct. So let's start with Hero's first normal, his jab. And we can see that frame 1, 2, and 3. He doesn't hit Mario here, but if you look at Mario's glove, you can see the little sparkle of almost hitting someone, like the ghost sparkle. So Hero's jab is actually frame 5 to 7. This is good for a jab. It's not that slow, it's not that fast, it's a regular jab. He has a lot of range on it. You can see that it doesn't hit on the floor, so it can be low profiled by characters like Joker or Cloud. I don't know if Simon maybe, but it's a decent jab, nothing bad. This animation is shared with Roy's jab. You can look at it here. But the difference between this and Roy's jab is that the knockback on this and the hitbox and the knockback angle is towards Hero, and it doesn't even lift Mario from the ground, which means that this can jab lock. That's the biggest difference. Aside from that, the Hero has a jab 2 and jab 3, which for all I know are unique. And both of them are frames 7 to 9, which don't really matter just because you'll probably land all of them if you land the first hit. Uh, Next is his up tilt. Some people think this is up smash, but it's not up smash because it doesn't have the smash sparkle. So if you want to look at the video, look, there's no sparkle. So frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This means that this move is in between frame 9 to 11. It seems to hit behind him around frame 13 to 15 in this frames, so it's active for a very long time. It has a lot of range. He jumps to get it, so it hits very high up in the air, and it lags a lot. So something I need to tell you guys about the lag I'm going to be giving you is that that's whatever number I say, that's how long the animation lasts. That doesn't mean that's the actual lag, just because some animations are interruptible before they end, which is why there's interruptible as soon as frames, IASA frames. I cannot tell you what those frames are because I don't have a controller, I'm not playing the character. But I can tell you how long the animation lasts, which should tell you the lag is less than this, basically. You can say the lag is less than whatever the animation is. So this actually has a really long animation. It lasts like 45 frames, 47 frames, and because it hits around frame 9, that means it's like more than 30 frames of lag, which is a ton. But it hits very high in the air. It seems to hit hard. I think my personal prediction is that this is going to be sort of like a wolf up tilt, where it's supposed to be a kill move. Only this covers a ton more space than a wolf up tilt. This has a shared animation with Toon Link's up smash, as you can see here. You can look at Toon Link doing his up smash, which looks exactly the same. He has a jump, he slashes in the air, and then he does a little twirl in the air before he falls to the ground. It shares that animation. Next up is his forward tilt, and his forward tilt is 1, 2, 3, 4, frames 7 to 9. I believe that his forward tilt hit 1 is probably going to be invincible if we go by Palutena, which has an invincible shield on her dash attack and her back air. This is really good for stuffing out aerials and even beating out moves. Like, this move will beat out any other move. It won't clank. It'll just beat it out, which is super good. It looks like it has a lot of range if we go by where the shield is at the very end. Like, look at where he starts and look at where the shield is at the very end. It looks like it has a lot of range, which is really good. And his forward tilt 2 is frame 9 to 11. It's also a really long slash. Look at how much he leans in, and look at like the slash length. That reaches really far. It does. I can't tell the actual lag because the video cuts. Here's just showing you how in neutral the shield also block projectiles, and how when you crouch he puts the shield in front, so he'll be blocking projectiles just like Link. So keep that in mind. He's really good against spammers because you don't need to shield, you don't need to be spot dodging or jumping. You can just stay put, and it is actually proving frame data wise that just standing with your shield is better than parrying a projectile. And crouching with your shield is even better than standing. So this is the best way to avoid a projectile frame data wise, and he has it. Here's his down tilt. We can't tell what frame data it is just because it's already hitting, but I can tell you the lag. And the lag seems to be about 30 frames, a little bit less, like the animation. This down tilt resembles Simon's, not Cloud's or not Joker's, just because they have a different pose when they're crouching. It resembles Simon's. But the difference is, it doesn't seem like he slides. We can't really tell if he's sliding or not, just because this is where the video actually starts to move. He's on the ground, by the way, if you haven't seen him. But the reason I believe he doesn't slide is because the way of how he stands up. Look how he stands up where his arm is, as opposed to where his foot is. All characters that slide with their down tilt, and even Bayo with her side B, they all stand at their foot as opposed to their hand. So that's the reason I believe he doesn't slide. Some people are theorizing that this might be get up attack, but the reason it doesn't seem like this is get up attack is, one, he's not glowing for intangibility, which get up attacks do. And two, all get up attacks that I tested, around 20, they all sent outwards. This move has a knockback upwards, as you can see here, which means that this might be a combo starter. The only reason I don't believe this could be a combo starter is because of the lag. But if you can interrupt this soon, then this is probably a combo starter, which is really good. Because the way he crouches, he'll be able to low profile. And also, look at the range on this move. Look where he stands up. Like, that's a ton of range. So this is going to be probably like a safe poke that actually starts combos, which is going to be really good. Next up is his dash attack. And his dash attack is just Link's dash attack. It even shares the same frame data. Like, animation-wise, hit-wise, it hits around frame 21 to 23 in front. It hits around 19 to 21 on top of him. And it lags around 40-ish frames. So, it's Link's dash attack. Very quite literally, in every sense of the word. Next up is his forward smash. And now, his forward smash here hits really hard, as you can see. Also, some people have been saying that this looks like Marth's forward smash. This is actually Roy's neutral B. Why do I say that? Well, look at how he holds the sword with two hands, and look at the small jump he does. Marth doesn't do either of those, whereas Roy's neutral B does. Like, look at how he holds the sword, and look at the small jump. This is important because Roy's neutral B actually has more range than Marth's forward smash. So this means this move will probably have more range than Marth's forward smash. I mean, look at this. Look at where he starts, and look at where he hits. Like, it has a ton of range. We can't tell the lag because the video cuts, but I'm assuming it has quite a bit of lag. I'm assuming this is a very powerful kill move. Also, it has a Summon effect, but the theory is that it's not the smash that has a theory effect. It's the fact that Hero most definitely has a self buff for damage. Sort of like a Shulk smash mode or something like that. Next up is his up smash. And his up smash seems to be Marth's up smash, quite literally. We don't know the end lag because the video cuts. But in terms of startup, it's 13 to 15 frames. And since Marth's up smash hits on frame 13, I believe it's going to be frame 13. This is literally Marth's up smash, just the same. It's exactly. Next up is, let's go into his aerials. The first thing is the hero's short hop length. His short hop length is frame 37 to 41. And in this case, I can't give you a 3 frame estimate. I can only give you a 5 frame estimate because he goes into the air twice in the video, and at one point he falls earlier than the other. But on both occasions, he performs an aerial. And in case you don't know, some aerials shift your hurt box in a way where you might fall to the ground a bit earlier or a bit later. So for now, just it's 37 to 41 frames, and that's standard on floaty swordsmans like Marth. Uh, Basically, just imagine a Marth short hop. But the difference is, it seems like his aerials last a lot longer and also have more startup. This is his back air. It's Joker's back air, and but it has a huge startup. His startup is about 17 to 21 frames. Again, this is a 5 frame interval as opposed to a 3, just because I don't know if this is the first frame of back air or this is. It looks like this is the first frame of back air, but here he changes his facial expression, and he doesn't change it back ever. Like he just remains with that facial expression. The landing lag seems to be more than 20 frames, but again, this is landing animation. It's probably interruptible before that, because if it is 20 frames, that's just way too much. I don't know. I don't remember a single aerial in the game right now that has more than 20 frames of landing lag. This is probably a kill move just because of the startup, and because of the how much space it covers. It basically covers all his back. It covers 90 degrees underneath him to almost 90 degrees on top of him, almost 180 degrees. It's crazy the amount of space this covers. This is going to be a really good kill move. If it does a lot of knockback, it's going to be a really, really good kill move. Uh, Next up is his neutral air. And his neutral air, it looks like Ike's, but it's actually closer to Cloud's. It's like a combination between Ike's and Cloud's. It starts on frame 9 to 11 on top of him, and then it hits in front frame 13 to 15, and it hits on his back frame 17 to 19. You can sort of guess everything in between because it's a full circle. It covers a lot of space. This doesn't have as much range just because his body is close to his, like, it does in front of him. It does have a lot of disjoint, but like underneath him it doesn't have as much disjoint just because he keeps his body straight, as opposed to like Ike, who crouches down when he's doing his nair. It does cover a ton of space, and I wish I could tell you that this was going to be like a combo move, but according to this picture, this is the knockback angle, which means it probably won't combo. At least not at mid and high percents. At low percents, it might combo because it won't send your opponent as far away. But it seems like at mid and high percents, this angle doesn't seem like a combo angle. This move also has about 20 frames of end lag, but again, this is animation, not mandatorily end lag. I don't know if it. So I forgot to say about the back air. It doesn't auto cancel from a short hop, or at least not from one. If you start it 1 frame later, I don't know if you buffer it, if it does auto cancel. Maybe if auto cancels if you buffer it. Nair, he does it at the peak of his jump, so it might auto cancel if you do it before you reach the peak of your jump. But obviously, if you do it from the peak of your jump, it will not auto cancel, from what I saw. Now, lastly, here's a picture of what many believe to be up air, but some people think it's up throw. And I'm going to say the reasons why I think it's up air. So some people are saying it's up throw because of the angle of the picture, how the background looks, and also the blue outline on the back. So to start with, that blue outline on the back is actually, it signifies how your character moved to perform the move. So most characters have a swipe, and that's why they never have this like super thick blue line, because all their blue goes into the whole swipe. But it seems like this kick is not going to be a swipe. It's just going to be literally just sticking your foot upwards. If you want a comparison, you can look at Snake's back air, Snake's up air, Mario's back air. All those moves that don't have a swipe, they look exactly like this. So this has nothing to do with it being a throw. The second is this angle and background. I was able to get it with an aerial, with Diddy Kong's up air. So the background and the angle mean nothing. You can also get it with an up throw. I got it with Sonic's up throw, so it doesn't mean it's an up air or an up throw. But the reasons I believe it's an up air as opposed to an up throw is Well, one is Incineroar's animation is the hit animation. Normally throws have their own animation, but that doesn't mean anything because at this point, Incineroar could have already been released from the grab. So that's not like a huge deal. But what is a huge deal is that uh give me a second. All three links put like store their shield on the back when they're throwing with all of their four throws. So all 12 link throws, they put their shield on the back. And in this picture, Hero has his shield on his hand. That's not a confirmation that this is up air or up throw, but I would be inclined to believe that when Hero grabs, he probably puts his shield on his back so that he can grab the opponent better. And this concludes the normal parts of the video. If you want to look at the special video, then click on part 2. Part 2 will have theories and speculations that you probably haven't heard of anywhere else. So it's going to be much more interesting than this video. It's also going to have the frame data for the specials, which is really good if you want to know that. Thank you for sticking by this part 1, and I'll see you in part 2.